What up and what's popping? This shit dog Breeze from Fahrenheit 451, part of the Fourth and Go Network. We're burning the books alive 2-1 in the NBA yesterday. KD was an easy winner. Really mad at myself because on my player profit challenge, I made a mistake and took KD under. But nevertheless, KD was an easy winner. Colin Gillespie started out 0 for 5. Still came and got us our 3 threes. Paired that with Guy Santos. Over his 1-3, it said that I loved his 7.5 points. Last time I checked, he had 15. So he damn near doubled up his line. And then our only loser was VJ Hotcomb. VJ Edgecombe over his 4 assists. He had 2 assists at halftime, finished with 2 assists. Maxey had 12 assists. I paired that with Austin Reeves over his 10 points. Luka didn't come back in the second half. AR had like fucking 30 points or some shit. Nevertheless, back on my best bets in the NBA for today, February 6th. Let's get right into it, man. Let's get right into it. Boom, 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 boom. Let me shrink myself a little bit. Making sure that I'm actually sharing my screen, unlike last time. All right, first up, let's get into it, man. I ain't here to play with y'all, man. I ain't here to play with y'all. Jalen Brizzle. Jalen Brown over his 7 rebounds. I was staring at it at minus 120, but I had a parlay with VJ Edgecombe in it, and I was trying to see, do I cash out? Is he going to get another assist or what? While I was looking at it at 120 and you're trying to manage the parlay, it went to 140. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to take it at 140 because I'm tired of them hoe-ass 2-leg parlays. I'm sick of it. So, first up, Jalen Brown of the Boston Celtics over his 7 rebounds, minus 140 odds over on Bet365. Over this line in his last 9 out of 10, as you can see on the screen, as well as his last 16 out of 20. 13 and 11 rebounds. Hold on. Oh, yeah. 13 and 11 rebounds in his last 2 games, averaging 9 rebounds and 14 rebound chances in his last 10 games. All right. Over this line in his last 2 versus Miami with 9 and 7 rebounds on 14 and 12 rebound chances. When he has just 12 rebound chances, let's see what he averages on the season, y'all. Average is 12 on the season, 11.7 to be exact. With 12 rebound chances or more, he is over this line in his last 19 out of 22 games. Averaging 9 rebounds, Miami allowing the second most rebounds in the entire NBA. Next, from the Indiana Pacers, I'm going to be taking Aaron Nesmith over his 16 points, plus 100 odds over on FanDuel. Nesmith over this line in his last 4 out of 5, 17 points in each of those games. 19 and 17 points in his last 2 games versus Milwaukee on 15 and 16 field goal attempts. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 15. With 15 field goal attempts or more, he is over this line in his last 3 out of 5 games, averaging 17.9 points. 49% of his points are scored from the above the break 3. Milwaukee allows the 8th most above the break threes. 29% of his points are scored from the spot up. Milwaukee is allowing the fourth most points to the spot up. Okay, moving along here nicely. I just got 4 of these things for y'all. Technically 5 with this last pick. With this, pick I'm about to get into now. Ba-da-do-ba-ba-ba. All right, Demonte Sabaniti. I know his line is not. Where we get it? We got it right here. And then we're going to give him, you see it right here, 24, 28, 32, 24, 30. This was Washington. This was the first game he came back from injury. 3 low-minute games, ramped his minutes up since then. He's playing at least 24 minutes. So let's get rid of all the noise. All right, and let's get him at 24. RIP Kobe. Get him at 24. All right. All right. Domantas Sabonis over his 11 rebounds, minus 114 odds over on FanDuel, risking 2.28 units on this one to win 2 units back. With 24 minutes, he's over this line in his last 12 out of 16 games this season, averaging 12 rebounds. With 24 minutes or more, he's over this line in his last 2 games versus the Clippers with 15 and 16 rebounds. I got 10 and 15 rebounds written down. Maybe I took the minutes filter off. 24 minutes, he's over this line in his last 12 out of 16 this season, averaging 12 rebounds. Looks like we got 15 and 16 rebounds in his last 2 versus LAC. I had 10 and 15 written down. Nevertheless, averaging 22.2 rebound chances with 24 minutes, right? So let me just show y'all, I always like to show y'all so you can see I'm not capping or anything. Averaging 20.8 rebound chances was on the season. But against LA, he's averaging 22.2, right? 20 rebound chances, 24 minutes. I just went over the rebound chances. We just went over the minutes. Bam. With 24 minutes or more and 20 rebound chances, he's over this line in his last 12 out of 12 games, averaging 13.8 rebounds. So I'm putting a little bit more than 2 units to win 2 units back on his 11. I'm also going to put 1 unit on his 12 rebounds. All right. And last but not least, let's get into my boy, Jerm the Worm. Where we at? Last 8 out of 10. That's why you should be in the Patreon, because we got this at 14.5. All right. Jerm the Worm, taking Jeremy Grant of the Portland Trailblazers over his 15 points, minus 120 over on Bet365, risking 1.2 units on that one to win 1 unit back. Over this line in his last 7 out of 10 games, 21 points. In this last game versus the Memphis Grizzlies on 16 field goal attempts. He's averaging 13 field goal attempts this season, averaging 11.4 field goal attempts in his last 10 games. All right, just follow me. With 11 field goal attempts or more. Yeah. With 11 field goal attempts or more, he's over this line in his last 20 out of 22 games, averaging 21.6 points. Memphis allows the 4th most points to the small forward position and the 10th most points overall. 35% of his points come from the above the break 3. Memphis allows the 6th most above the break 3s in the last 20 games. All right. Make me big again. And let's run through a recap here at the 10-minute and 30-second mark. All right. Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics over his 7 rebounds, minus 140 odds over on Bet365. I'm probably going to sprinkle a little something on his 8. Aaron Nesmith of the Indiana Pacers over his 16 points, plus 100 odds over on FanDuel. Domantas Sabonis over his 11 rebounds, 2 units on that, 1 unit on his 12 rebounds. And last but not least, Jerm the Worm from the Portland Trailblazers over his 15 points, caught a nice little COV on that one, minus 120 over on Bet365. Like, comment, and subscribe for your daily sports betting videos and analysis. Let's keep burning them. As always, I will see you tomorrow. If you would like access to all of my plays as soon as I place them for just 16 cents a day, subscribe to the Patreon. That will be linked down below. Love, peace, and fish grease. Let's continue to run up these units. You see the microphone in the back, man. I got to get in the studio, man. Let's run up this bread. I'll see y'all in a minute.